Everybody loves a Mario Party. The game where you betray your friends, mash buttons until your fingers hurt, and then some jerk gets the star for having the most divorces and wins the entire game out of nowhere. But what would the Mario Party Jamboree characters be like at a real party? Well, let's rank them. So to start off with, let's set some ground rules because every good party needs extensive and restrictive rules. 1. We're going vibes based only. No weird historical facts from obscure GBA games are going to take precedence over pure intuition. 2. We're talking about a standard college to mid-20s style party, with a decent number of guests with a focus on drinking and socialising. No Chuck E. Cheese style kids party, or a I've brought round 3 people to play Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles with me kind of party. Decent sized, 18 to 29 year old party with alcohol. 3. This is entirely my opinion, and it's just a bit of fun. You can and should hold completely different opinions to me, and you should post them in the comments. In fact, for extra points, do it now and see if they match. So with all that out of the way, let's get right into the ranking and start from bottom to top. Bowser Jr. Who brought this kid? Did Bowser bring his literal child to this party? Look, nothing ruins a party vibe more than an actual literal child. Now everybody's going to have to deal with a walking question block wandering around, asking awkward questions about what you're talking about, trying to drink alcohol, and then throwing up in a laundry basket. No, Bowser Jr., my phone doesn't have any games on it, and you can't have it. Just go and find your mum. No, she's not your mum. Stop kidnapping women, you little freak. Pauline. Did somebody invite the fucking mayor? Oh no. Why? Are you kidding me? She's a terrible guest. The last person you want at a party is a government official. Talk about an absolute buzzkill. Sure, she can sing. That's great if we're doing a karaoke and she's going to be amazing. But also she's going to be too good. She's the person who puts themselves down for multiple songs back to back. Not to mention she's got a weird history with Mario, and that's just asking for some drama if Mario's bringing his current girlfriend. Birdo. Look, I'm not going to get into an incredibly problematic discussion about Birdo, so let's just sidestep all of that and get to the real party question. What's up with the eggs? Stop firing eggs at me. It is 2 AM in the morning and you are hurling eggs around in my kitchen. Are you making an omelette? No? They're your eggs? Okay, well then stop shooting them out of your mouth. Monty Mole. Ah man, look, I don't have much to say about Monty Mole. He's hairy, he's clumsy, and he doesn't have much to say. Monty has the vibe of someone who is at a party and he goes straight to his in-group and spends the entire party just cliqued up with them ignoring everybody else and talking about whatever TV show they watch or playing Magic the Gathering. You do you, Monty, I guess. Waluigi. Waluigi is absolutely the guy that you find in a bedroom looking through your things. Hey, why are you looking through my closet? Why are you trying to log into my laptop? Get out of there, dude. Then later on, you know he's definitely the person who invites his drug dealer around and maybe even starts an argument with him. Waluigi is a guy who turns up to your party and it puts you on edge. Goomba. This guy is a grump. He's going to be unhappy about everything. He's going to complain about pizza toppings. He's going to complain about what beers you have. He's going to complain when somebody sits in his seat when he went to the toilet. Like, dude, you're at a party. Just enjoy yourself. But for whatever reason, Goomba just can't do anything but fixate on the negative. Spike. Who is this guy? Do you know him? Is he friends with Tom? No, I don't work with him. Does he look like he works in an office? Maybe he's someone's brother? No, yeah, that wouldn't make sense. I mean, he's not doing anything, but why is he even here? Boo. This guy is a bit of a double-edged sword. Pranks are funny, and making people jump is funny, but like, only a few times. When he's jumping out of the fridge to make someone scream for the 15th time, it kind of stops being funny. No, Boo, it's funny. You don't have to cover your face. Just come and play some Uno. No? You gonna hide in the bathroom? Okay, buddy, thanks for coming. Mario. Hey, here he is, the most designated driver energy in the world. Oh, you're not drinking, Mario? That's fine. Oh, you're leaving at 10 PM, Mario? Okay, sure, I guess you've got work in the morning. Oh, we're being too loud and we should turn the music down? Mario, it's a party, my guy. Loosen up for once in your life. I think it makes sense that Mario is the kind of person he is, an incredibly standard, nondescript person who just vibes. But he's not going to be the life of the party. He's going to drink water, go home early, and insist that the party doesn't get too out of hand. He's also a massive work guy. He's going to talk about work, and he's going to be a boring conversation. But hey, he's not going to cause any problems at least, and everybody loves the guy. Shy guy. Ah yeah, this guy is the dictionary definition of an introvert. He has it in his name, he's a shy guy. He doesn't want to be at the party, but he has to be at the party because otherwise he's going to get text after text asking him why he bailed, and he can't exactly tell people that he went home to watch old reruns of a game show and eat ice cream. Get him in a group and he can get a little bit rowdy, and I absolutely love his catchphrase. Luigi. Luigi is a doofus. He's the kind of guy who is absolutely going to spill a beer or knock over a lamp. He's frequently afraid of all sorts of relatively normal things. He also, similar to Mario, has a very bland vibe and is a real milquetoast kind of guy. And honestly, if someone at a party you're at has a mustache, they're either the coolest guy there or a registered concern. And Luigi isn't the coolest guy. Both the brothers have a bit of a self-invested vibe, but Luigi at least doesn't seem to have an ego about it. Also, a hugely important role in social events is what I call the lightning rod. The one person at the party who's going to take the brunt of the mockery. The person who's going to be the focus of every joke, whether they're meant in kindness or not. And Luigi is your guy for that. He's going to take those jokes and he won't take it personally, and he won't hold a grudge. He's just not got it in him. That's better than Mario. That guy can hold a grudge. Rosalina. Honestly, you might not like this, but she's hard to get a real vibe on. She's probably not going to be at the party too long. She probably has other plans to get to, like maybe she's going to a concert, or maybe she's going to a different party across town. She's just a bit of a floater. She's a good vibe, but she's probably not that into the party. Your best friend is going to ignore you the entire night, asking where she went and who she is. Like, dude, I don't know. She's not from around here. Ninji. This guy's an energy machine, which is great, but he doesn't talk much. He's a fun little guy that we barely know anything about. You just know that you won't see him the entire party. You'll forget he's even there until at 3 AM you walk into the kitchen and he's just sat there on the countertop eating cookies. Koopa Trooper. Koopas are all about getting them out of their shell. If they're able to stay out of their shell and you can keep them from getting into a routine and going backwards and forwards, then you're going to get a solid party goer. He also does do the dance, and you're going to want someone who is absolutely happy to dance at your party. Yoshi. I was going to talk about how some of the best parties I've ever been to had a dog or a cat. Everybody has had that time where they're at a party and they don't really vibe with anyone, but there's a dog or a cat to pet for a little bit, especially if you're an introvert. But like, Yoshi's kind of weird with that. He's not like a pet because he's clearly sent enough to understand things and communicate, but also Mario rides on his back like he's a horse. What's going on there? Either way, I think Yoshi is not somebody I want to see drunk, and also he's another freaking egg basket. Stop throwing eggs, it's not okay. Toad. Toad is a numbers guy. He's a Krillin. You're not going to be unhappy that he's there, but he's not a guy you're immediately going to invite. He does have moves. He can spin on his head, but he's not the best dancer of the bunch. He's a short guy, but he seems okay with it. He doesn't seem to have the short man syndrome or anything like that. He is Mario's best friend. He's a fine invite. Toadette. Toadette is Toad's friend. I mean, they say they're just friends, but they are definitely in a situationship of some sort. There's something going on there, right? She doesn't seem to know anyone else that well, but she's slowly getting introduced into the group. That's always an interesting time for someone at a party because they haven't got all the in-jokes. They haven't got established boundaries and relationships, but they can develop and get to know people. Toadette seems chill enough. If anything, she's chiller than Toad, and that's why she maybe gets a bump ahead of him. Whilst Toad is a bit of a stress at times, Toadette seems a bit more of a focused person. Peach. She brought a cake. Every party is made better by someone who makes and bakes some type of food. It will either be eaten immediately or a disgusting mess of crumbs and handprints within an hour, but it's the kind of party behaviour that gives a huge boost. Just don't let Wario get near the cake with his garlic-smelling mitts. Peach is a money friend as well. If needed, she can absolutely drop some cash and buy the party pizza, or bring some crazy tequila that costs more than everybody's monthly salary. Wario. Wario is that vibe of a guy who is much older than everybody at the party. He's like 3 years older than everybody. Maybe he's somebody's boyfriend. And like, he's a stinky guy. He farts, he eats garlic. You can't convince me he's ever taken a shower. Maybe he's wearing deodorant, but it's not doing enough to save you from a nose full of stench if you stand next to him. But he's got an awesome jacket. And he turned up on a motorbike, so for some reason there's a bit of a cool vibe to him. He's like the direct opposite of Mario, which you know means that this guy will be there at the dead of the party. Big negative against him though is that he's very greedy. You just know that he's going to short you out on paying for beer or pizza. Bowser, the big guy. Bowser has real party energy. He's going to turn up late, he's going to bring a keg, and he's going to start demanding people do things like do shots or play some touch football of some kind. Bowser is a guy who likes to boss people around, and that can work both ways. Sometimes it gets everybody to focus on an activity like Jenga or Twister. Other times it'll have everybody listening to Bowser talk about a ska band he's really into now. Either way, it's a party switch up. Just keep him away from Mario, because otherwise they're likely to ruin the entire party. Daisy. Daisy is an absolute party girl, with a noticeable inability to control her emotional state. She's going to bring a lot of energy, which can be good when it's good, but it can be bad when it's bad. If she's had a rough day at work, if her boyfriend isn't texting back, you could see her harshing the vibe of a party by being very loud about it. But if she's in a good mood, she's going to be loudly bringing the energy of the party up. And she's absolutely fantastic at getting to know people. She is an introduction machine. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has the best energy. If you are at a party and Donkey Kong turns up, you know it's going to be a good one. Let's cover off the pros. He's strong as heck. If you need something lifting, carrying, any strength-related activity, DK has it. You want entertainment? This guy can play the Zelda theme on the bongos. That's a great party piece that'll be something people will talk about for hours, if not days. It's not exactly getting a guitar out, which is very pastiche. And also, he's got a great sense of humor. He's agile, and he's low maintenance. What does he want to eat? Bananas. Yo, I've got loads of those. Go crazy, my guy. Donkey Kong is the best party guest, without a doubt. So that's my ranking. What are your thoughts? Who do you want at your party? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, see ya!